Okay, so today we're going to look at the U-Boot Biber by Italeri, 1/35 scale. I kind of bought this kit on a bit of a whim. I just saw it in the shop and thought, yeah, I haven't built a submarine before. You don't often see boats in 1/35 scale, so I thought I'll give this a quick go. Now, I've read mixed reviews about this kit, with some people saying that the fit isn't very good. It's not a super old kit, it was made in 2010, I think. I never built an Italeri kit before, so we'll see what it turns out like. I really like the box art with this this nice four-color black, grey, white, and brown camo scheme. The box says it includes decals for 6 versions. I think in reality, most of those versions are actually just different numbers on the sides, and really the only different version is either the plain grey or the camo scheme. So I think I'll go for this camo scheme when it actually comes around to painting it. It's a bit more interesting than just plain grey. The 2 figures on the front of the box here are also included in the kit as well, so maybe a chance there for sort of a small diorama or something. There are actually very few parts in here. There's only 3 sprues in total, and 2 of them are the same. It's the first one, 2 halves of the submarine, very straightforward stuff. And then these 2 sprues are identical. This is the sides, the torpedoes that go on the side of the main hull. There's also a small amount of photo etch, literally less than a dozen pieces. A little bit annoyed at these decals actually. They've gone a little bit yellow and mouldy in the box, and I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to use those, but I think possibly these shark's mouth should still be okay. Otherwise I'm not sure what we're going to do there. Okay, now to look at those paint schemes from the instructions. This is the first scheme, North Sea, late 1944. It's got a nice little shark's mouth at the front, and painted in overall grey. This is the second scheme, Norway 1945. It's got this really nice grey, white, brown and black kind of splinter camo scheme on it. And it's also got a different sort of shark's mouth at the front as well, which looks quite nice. This is probably the one that I'll go for. And then you can see here the other 4 schemes are absolutely identical. They're grey all over, they just have a different number on the side of the conning tower. So that's a little bit of a cheeky way of getting 4 different schemes in there from Italeri. Okay, so time to start building. So these are the two figures which are included with the kit. The one on the left looks quite nice. It's quite a nice little sort of pensive pose. The one on the right, I haven't stuck his arms on yet because he's got a kind of a wooden pose. He looks a little bit like he's standing at attention, and I'm not convinced that's really going to look, and I'm not really sure that's got the look that I want for the diorama idea that I have. So I've only blue tacked his arms on right now because I might try and bend them or manipulate them into a different pose before I glue them. So unfortunately I lost some of the video of the painting sequences, so I'll have to just explain it now. So I gave the overall kit a white coat, and then I put strips of blue tack over areas of it to make the camouflage white stripes. Then I gave everything a coat of brown, which is what you can see here. And then I did the same thing, I put more blue tack on to represent where I want the brown stripes. Then I gave everything a coat of black and did the same thing. On top of the black I put some more blue tack. And then finally I gave everything a coat of grey, and the grey is what you can see now. So hopefully when we pull the blue tack off, it will reveal the final camouflage pattern. Right, this is where I think I might run into problems. These decals are not in the best condition, but I am going to risk it. I don't really have any spare sharks' mouths, funnily enough. So I'm going to try these two in the middle, number 5 and number 6, see if they're going to work. And here's another view of the almost finished submarine, this time with the torpedoes next to it. The instructions said to paint the torpedo tips and the fins in gold. I actually didn't have any gold, I somehow run out of it, so I went for copper. I think, to be honest, I've seen pictures of them in that kind of colour as well, so I'm not too fussed about that. And then they've been painted in extra dark sea grey as well. So that's the completed build for now. I'm not going to weather this right now because I have an idea of a diorama that I wanted to put it in, and I find it better that you weather and do the diorama at the same time so that the colours match and it looks part of the environment and so on. So that's all for now.